Hi and welcome to Quick Math. This segment is about mathematical symbols and indices. We'll also be covering the specifics of BODMAS as well as the laws of indices. Here is a quick representation of all the symbols that we'll cover for this segment. I would like to start off with the most commonly used mathematical operation, the symbol plus. It is used, and it's said in many ways, to add, plus, sum, or total numbers. For example, 1 plus 2 is 3. The inverse of the symbol plus is the symbol minus. It is used and said in many ways again here to subtract, minus, take away, deduct, or find the difference between two numbers. For example, 3 minus 2 is 1. The next set of symbols are for multiplication and division. The symbol times is used, and again said in many ways, multiply, times, or get the product of two numbers. For example, 2 times 3 is 6. The inverse of the symbol times is the symbol divide, and is used to divide or split equally a number. For example, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Order is often also referred to as index, indices in plural, and exponent. The symbol order is used to represent multiplying the number before the symbol against itself as many times as what is stated as the number after the symbol. For example, 2 to the order of 3 is 8, and 2 to the order of 5 is 32. The symbol square root is the inverse of a number with the order of 2. For example, 3 to the order of 2 is 9. Therefore, the square root of 9 equals to 3. Here I would like to share the outcome of square roots for numbers up to 20. I'm sure they'll come in handy to deal with the many standard questions you will be facing. Also, I would like to share the outcome of cube roots for up to the numbers 10 that I believe is worth recognizing. Brackets and parentheses are also used in mathematical operations. Its symbol is used to represent the need to first perform calculation for all of the terms within the brackets. As an example, 10 divided by 5 minus 3 in brackets. The operation of 5 minus 3 is performed first, giving the equation of 10 divided by 2, which leads us to the final answer of 5. Anything else that we need to know? Yes, in math, when several symbols are used, the order of operations must be followed. The order is often represented by the acronym BODMAS, where B for brackets come first, O for orders comes second, D and M for divide or multiply is next, and A and S for add or subtract is done last. I've also embedded an example here to demonstrate what has been expressed for the mentioned order of operations. Let's now get on to some tutorial questions, so do press the pause button if you need more time. What is the square root of 289? If you have not memorized the table that I had earlier shared, not to worry. Try taking the digit for the place value of 1 from each of the potential answers and perform its square. If the outcome does not have a digit of 9 at its place value of 1, those potential answers cannot be correct. Therefore, I'm able to cross out 4 out of the 6 potential answers. Now simply square the remaining 2 to lock down on the correct one, which in this case is 17. Tutorial question 2. Do press the pause button as required. What is 1.5 to the order of 2? The answer is 2.25. If you don't like working with decimals, you can refer to the next slide on how to work on this using fractions. If you're more comfortable with fractions, by all means just convert the number to fraction, perform the mathematical operation, then convert it back to decimal. Tutorial question 3. Press the pause button now as required. What is 0.1 to the order of 3? You should get 0.001. Once again, you can convert it to fraction, perform the mathematical operation, then convert it back to decimal if you're more comfortable with fractions. Tutorial question 4. Do press the pause button as required. Which number below is the same as square root of 144 plus 2 to the order of 3 times 3? Following the term BODMAS, you should arrive at the answer shown in the bottom left. If you do not feel comfortable solving questions 2 and 3 by way of using fractions and want to learn how to do it in the form of decimals, you can do so by getting onto the video Quick Math about decimals. Next, I want to take you through all you need to know about indices. Before we get to the 5 laws of indices, any number to the order of 0 is always 1. Now let's understand its first law. When performing the multiplication of two orders having the same base, the outcome is as easy as summing the two orders. For its second law, when performing the division of two orders having the same base, the outcome is obtained by subtracting the two orders. For its third law, when performing an order over an existing order, the outcome is obtained by multiplying the two orders. For its fourth law, when an order is applied to numbers that are being multiplied together, it is the same as applying the order to each one of the two bases individually. For its fifth law, when an order is applied to numbers that are in fraction form, kind of like they are being divided together, it is the same as applying the order to each of the two bases representing the numerator and the denominator respectively. As for negative indices, do look at how the formula is proven. This will give you the best sense of how the formula relates. Finally, for fractional indices, any base with order expressed as the fraction 1 over n also equates to the nth root of the base. Back to quick questions. Press the pause button now as required. What is the equivalent of 9 to the power of 0? Should be an easy one. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Tutorial question 6. Press the pause button now as required. What is the equivalent of the inscription shown on question 6? Okay, let's take this one step at a time. First, using our understanding of negative indices, we shall move B on the right portion of the inscription to being a denominator. Second, also using our understanding of negative indices, we shall flip the numerator and the denominator and remove the negative sign from its order. Subsequent to this, we will use what we have learned from the various laws of indices to arrive at our solution. Our correct pick should be the one on the top right. Tutorial question 7. Press the pause button as required. What is the simplified form for the inscription on question 7? Here are the breakdown steps as to how you can do it. First, transform all the various roots into fractional indices. Next, find the common base. Finally, execute the various laws of indices to arrive at the answer. That makes the correct pick the middle box on the left. Trust you now have an improved understanding over the math symbols and the laws of indices. If you found this helpful, feel free to look out other tutorials with the same header, Quick Math.